Right now at 6, the name of an elected official in Holmen shows up on a leaked document of people who have registered with an extremist group. And the Federal Reserve is going to continue raising interest rates, but there are steps you can take to save what's in your wallet.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 6.
Good evening and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 6. I'm Ken Kozarowski. Amy is off tonight. According to a leaked list, Holmen Board Trustee Rodney Stanek at one point joined the Oath Keepers. The Anti-Defamation League released a list of elected officials who are or once were a part of that group. The ADL describes the Oath Keepers as a right-wing extremist group. The group is accused of playing a role in the January 6th insurrection. News 8 Now received a statement from Stanek today. He says he has in the past subscribed to the group as a member, but hasn't been to meetings or rallies. He says he may agree with their ideology of defending the Constitution, but he doesn't agree with their methods. Stanek says he does not condone violence. According to the ADL's report, Wisconsin has 6 elected officials, 4 members of law enforcement, and 3 first responders on the list. The ADL tells News 8 Now they will not be releasing names other than those of elected officials. A Wisconsin man accused of killing a teenager and injuring 4 others is pleading not guilty. 52-year-old Nikolai Mew is charged with first-degree intentional homicide and 4 counts of attempted first-degree intentional homicide. Authorities say he attacked a group of tubers on Apple River in July. Mew claims it was self-defense. Another hearing is set for November 1st. Governor Tony Evers finished his back-to-school tour with a visit to his former stomping grounds today. Evers was at Tomah Middle School with State Superintendent Dr. Jill Underly. They also made a stop at Miller Elementary. Evers and Underly spoke about their plan to improve students' mental health.
But we've also, the state superintendent and I, are looking at a $250 million investment in mental health services going forward, making it categorical aid so it's not something special, it's something that's part of the school.
If Evers wins re-election in November, he will announce a $2 billion plan for K-12 public schools. Wisconsin Democrat Brad Pfaff will continue his campaign for Congress by traveling the back roads. The current state senator, who's running for Wisconsin's 3rd congressional district, made his second stop today at the Service Family Farm in Stoddard. Pfaff hopes this tour will let Wisconsin voters know that he supports farmers and their families.
I am running for Congress because these are the values that I believe in. These are the type of people that I believe in. These are the kind of people that get up every single day and they work hard in order to be able to put food on the table for all of us. And at the same time, they give back to their community.
Pfaff's opponent, Republican Derek Van Orden, commented on the tour, saying the senator, quote, lost family farms during his career. Pfaff will continue this tour throughout the week. Time now to take a break and send it over to Chief Meteorologist Bill Grahl for a quick look at your forecast.
Well, it's another summer-like day today, but here's the things you need to know over the next couple of days. Another warm day tomorrow. That's going to be kind of the last in this stretch. And then periodic rain chances region-wide starting tomorrow night and unfortunately lasting right through the weekend. Also, quite a bit cooler temperatures this weekend because of the cloud cover and the periodic rain chances. Low to mid-80s for highs today for most. I can update that 84 to an 85 now out at the La Crosse Airport. 84 in Eau Claire, 82 in Winona, and 83 in Sparta. Kind of some hazy sunshine. Again, a lot of wildfires out over the Pacific Northwest and Montana and Wyoming as well. Some of that smoke has filtered across our area aloft, causing that haze that you see. Otherwise, any cloud cover, significant cloud cover, is north and west of the Twin Cities. We're still at 81 in Sparta, La Crosse, and Eau Claire, 79 in Winona, and 77 in Viroqua. Clear to partly cloudy overnight. Pretty mild lows in the 60s for most, including 66 in La Crosse, and breezy evening and staying a little bit breezy overnight. And the good news about that, it'll prevent any fog from forming tomorrow morning for a change, as we've seen several foggy mornings the last several days. I'll talk more about those rain chances heading into the weekend with my 8-day forecast in just a few minutes.
All right, thanks a lot, Bill. Meanwhile, an opioid spending plan is approved by the Wisconsin Legislature's Budget Committee. The state expects to get $31 million from a multi-state settlement with drug manufacturers over the role in the opioid crisis. Republicans blocked Governor Evers' proposed plan last month and came back with a new plan that prioritizes funding for law enforcement. The plan also includes money for Narcan, an opioid reversal drug, fentanyl test strips, new treatment facilities, and prevention programs. The state of Wisconsin will receive $14 million as part of a settlement with e-cigarette company Juul. The tentative agreement between Juul and 34 states resolves a 2-year investigation into the company's marketing and sales price. One Gunderson Health System pediatric expert says the settlement is a huge win for the state, especially in La Crosse, where nicotine has become a real issue.
Here in La Crosse, A couple years ago, we had school teachers in 4th grade taking vaping products away from students. 4th grade.
Dr. Marr also explained that data shows over 106,000 children in Wisconsin will die prematurely due to smoking. More than $30.8 trillion. That's how much debt the country is in right now. At an event today, Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell said the Fed will continue to raise interest rates to fight inflation. News 8 Now's Rob Romano tells us how you can protect your money amid all the uncertainty. Good evening, Rob.
Good evening, Ken. The Federal Reserve has increased rates a couple of times this year to reduce inflation. But whether the economy is in decent shape or not, our national debt sitting at above $30.8 trillion has some financial professionals concerned.
The problem is going to be if interest rates keep going higher, we're going to get to where we can't even pay the interest rate on that debt.
Mike Klug has worked in financial services for more than 42 years. He predicts that the Fed is going to keep raising interest rates, but this could lead to a recession because higher rates on credit cards and other items might cause consumers to reduce their spending.
They're doing the higher interest rates to slow inflation down, but people with credit cards, buying cars, buying houses, it's going to hurt that area big time.
The government has not let up on tightening interest rates. Both earlier today and in late August, Fed Chair Jerome Powell said the government will do what it takes to keep prices stable.
The Federal Open Market Committee's overarching focus right now is to bring inflation back down to our 2% goal.
The Dow Jones Industrial Average has fallen more than 12.5% since the start of this year. It remains unclear if the U.S. is in a recession or not. Regardless, Klug says there are things you can do to protect your money amid the uncertainty. He says to start by paying down your own debt and to invest in precious metals. Silver
is the most undervalued metal, probably one of the most undervalued commodities.
Despite a 3.7% unemployment rate, Klug claims that high inflation is a symptom of an even sicker economy.
Nobody's looking at that debt going from 10 trillion to 15 trillion to 20 trillion and now to 30 trillion. We've stretched the rubber band about as far as we can stretch it, and now we're going to pay for it.
Consumer Price Index is expected on September 13th. The previous update said consumer prices rose 8.5% from July 2021 to July of this year. Ken, back to you.
All right, thanks a lot, Rob. Inflation has also been impacting the housing market. The rate of a 30-year fixed mortgage is now averaging 5.89%. According to Freddie Mac, that's the highest rate since 2008. Well, Elvis is making an entrance. Tomorrow officially marks Elvis Explosion's 25th year at the La Crosse Center. 35 tribute artists will be competing. The contestant with the voice and look most similar to Elvis will be crowned king and walk away with $10,000. Event organizers say the latest Elvis biopic has generated even more interest.
Ticket sales are strong, and that is because of the shot in the arm by the new movie. And we're seeing a younger crowd coming in. Elvis may be gone physically, but through his movies, through his records, he lives on.
The event will feature live music from all Elvis eras. Tickets are available online or at the door. More information is available at news8000.com. Still ahead, a look at one woman's battle with cancer and why it's her mission to make sure everyone else gets the same fighting chance.
The weekend to-do list. It's a lot easier with the help of a John Deere 1 Series tractor. Attachments connect with ease, so you can knock out every task on your list. Whether you're moving earth, leveling a path, or mowing and mulching, one thing you're not doing is wrestling with the attachments. So you actually have time to enjoy your space and work on planning the next big project. John Deere 1 Series compact tractors. Versatile, easy, and affordable. Find yours at Tractor Central.
It's a John Deere day.
To everyone who loves great food, let us make you a meal the Wisconsin way.
We cook each butter burger to order for you and the people you love, so it's the best part of your day.
The best.
The best.
And every creamy scoop of fresh frozen custard, pure happiness.
Pure happiness.
Pure happiness. Because where Culver's comes from.
And the heart of America's Dairyland.
Our love.
Our love for fresh food is as strong as our love for all of you.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Like most people, I bust my butt day in and day out. I earn every dime of my paycheck. It's the Wisconsin way.
But Governor Tony Evers supports paying welfare benefits to people who won't work, even after they turn down job offers.
That's a disgrace.
That's a disgrace.
It's a slap in the face to hardworking people like us.
Tony Evers should know better.
Tony Evers should know better, but he doesn't.
Tony Evers, our failed liberal governor.
When your back pain is your foot's fault. This is Dean's story.
I had back pain, and I honestly didn't know where to go.
Until a friend suggested the Good Feet store.
She had to explain to me the feet are connected to the back.
And get this.
As soon as I put on those Good Feet arch supports, the pressure lifted off my back. It's like finding that missing puzzle piece. Like, yes, this is it.
Stop by for your free fitting at the Good Feet store.
Every year, over 43,000 women nationwide die from breast cancer. But according to the American Cancer Society, when breast cancer is detected early, the 5-year survival rate is 99%. News 8 Now's Dua Israr introduces us to a cancer survivor who's dedicated her life to making sure everyone gets tested for breast cancer.
Ken, Betty Cabara has donated over $3 million to Gunderson Health System for cancer research, a hospital she says saved her life in more ways than one.
Life is what you make it.
I always think positive. I don't think negatively.
For nearly 80 years, Betty Cabara's optimism has been a shining light.
That's carried me through life pretty well.
Even through the toughest parts of her life.
They found a tumor in my left breast.
Betty's battle with breast cancer isn't her first run-in with the disease.
Told me I had cancer in the other breast.
Or second.
She saw the tumor in my throat right away.
Or third.
They found another tumor in my stomach.
Betty has been a cancer survivor
4 times.
In the past 5 years.
Very.
Every run-in with cancer brought the Galena, Illinois resident to Gunderson Health System in La Crosse.
I said they're just like seeing old friends.
Gunderson Health System oncologist Leah Dietrich says early detection is vital to treat breast cancer.
Earlier your breast cancer is diagnosed, the less intense treatment that you'll have to have, and also the higher likelihood that we'll be able to cure it.
Dr. Dietrich says one of the ways to detect breast cancer early on is by scheduling a mammogram.
Everybody should be getting those screening mammograms, not just if you have a family history.
While breast cancer can take a toll on a person's body and mental health.
I never once cried. I thought, well, maybe one day I'll just have a breakdown. Didn't happen.
Betty says her constant positivity got her through treatments.
I'm so grateful every day to be here.
And pushes her to continue fighting for breast cancer research.
That's the only thing I pray to God every day, that I can make a difference in somebody's life.
So that someone else can be a survivor too.
Betty actually moved to La Crosse in June because she wanted to be closer to what she considers her lifelong hospital. Ken?
Well, that's an awesome story. Thank you so much, Dua. Betty will be the honorary chair this year at Steppin' Out in Pink, La Crosse's annual walk for cancer research, coming up Saturday morning. Now, you may have noticed some hazy skies this week. Wildfire smoke from western states affecting air quality in Wisconsin and Minnesota.
And I'm Chief Meteorologist Bill Grahl. Another warm day tomorrow, but then get ready for some periodic rain chances heading into the weekend. All the details with my 8-day forecast up next.
Waiting for a great deal on furniture? Well, this is it. Slumberland Furniture has savings up to 50% off list prices, or in some cases, even more, at our Labor Day sale on now. Shop our big selection of sectionals, sofas, recliners, dining, and bedrooms. And shop the deals that are up to 50% off. Mattresses too, with some up to 50% off. Don't forget, mattress shopping is uncomplicated and fast, only at Slumberland. Come see how. Shop the huge Labor Day sale on now.
Is this the new phone? Yeah. With US Cellular, I got to pick any phone that I wanted for free. And I was already a customer.
Any brand? With any size?
I got exactly what I wanted. Big screen, big storage. I cannot remember the last time I had so many different options.
At US Cellular, new and current customers can get any phone from any brand free.
Are you actually texting them? I don't know. I just thought I would just...
US Cellular, where every plan is price protected.
They're destroying America and our livelihoods.
Now, DC elites are spending big on Brad Paff. The same Beltway bigwigs who wasted taxpayer money that bailed out elite golf courses and luxury hotels are now bankrolling Brad Paff's campaign because Brad Paff supported their big spending, price-hiking, reckless schemes. And that's why we can't send him to Washington. Congressional Leadership Fund is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Blaine Farm and Fleet's Big Fall Sale is going on now. We're your one-stop shop for seasonal supplies, offering massive fall savings throughout the store. Like Estate Late Fall Winterizer, just $24.99. Get 20% off all GE light bulbs. These AgroMaster tarps, also 20% off. And assorted multi-pet dog toys, buy one, get one free. Plus, now through Saturday, get our lowest price of the year on this patio heater, only $149.99.
Who's the best team?
GNT!
No, Vikings!
GNT!
Vikings!
GNT!
There's no debate. It's GNT Heating and Air Conditioning for the best furnace team in the area. Each of our experts is prepared to help you with the sales, service, and installation of the comfort system that is ideal for your home or business. Quality you can count on, experience you can trust.
Call GNT.
For the best heating and air conditioning guaranteed.
UW-La Crosse is responding to 2 possible cases of monkeypox. The 2 people involved are currently in isolation and awaiting their test results. UWL is also working with Mayo Clinic Health System, the Student Health Center, and the La Crosse County Health Department to identify those who might be at risk. UWL will be increasing their cleaning and disinfecting services around the campus, and officials encourage students and faculty to be cautious when around others. Wildfire smoke is making its way to the Midwest from western states. Air quality in southeastern Minnesota is at a moderate level, and the same is expected in western Wisconsin over the next few days. Wildfire smoke can irritate your airways, and some people might feel congested. People with underlying conditions like asthma and COPD may find it harder to breathe.
There's also been studies showing that it can actually increase respiratory infections. So it can actually increase the cases of bronchitis and pneumonia as well.
Experts say if air quality gets worse, people should limit their time outdoors. They say you can wear a mask, but the particles from the smoke are so fine that wearing a mask is only reducing exposure, not completely eliminating the risk. And it's fitting to bring in Bill Grahl now because, Bill, you were recently out west, and in your trip back, you could kind of see the effect of those wildfires the West Coast is having.
Yeah, in case you missed it, I showed this snapshot earlier. This was on my flight from Seattle to Minneapolis. I was in Oregon this past weekend, and boy, you think the haze is bad here. When I was in Bend, Oregon, it was really bad. In fact, you kind of had to plan your outdoor activities around it. Smelled like smoke as well. But this was somewhere over Idaho or Montana, and boy, flying back, you just saw scene after scene after scene, just like this, with fires all over the place. They've been very, very hot and rather dry the past several weeks, and that's why so many wildfires are burning over the Pacific Northwest, Wyoming, Montana, and Idaho as well. All right, closer to home. Fog this morning. In fact, it was quite thick and started at about 2 o'clock in the morning, finally mixed out at about 9 o'clock, and we've seen lots of sunshine and blue sky since, and another warm summer-like day. In fact, 5 of the first 8 days of the month have been above average, and 6 of the first 8 days we've seen 80 degrees or warmer, including the last 3 days, 81 on Tuesday, 87 yesterday, and 85 today. High symptoms across the board today for your allergy alert, ragweed, weeds, and mold spores. A little bit lower for those ragweed pollens tomorrow. In fact, Allergy Associates tells me those levels have fallen sharply since late August. So good news for you ragweed sufferers. Otherwise, hazy sunshine right now. Again, there's some of that wildfire smoke. It's mainly aloft, so that's why you don't smell the smoke here at the surface. But it does make for some hazy conditions, some pretty sunsets and sunrises as well. 85 and 65, the numbers for today, so above those averages of 79 and 57. 81 degrees with that hazy sunshine at the airport, also 81 downtown. Breezy south winds 10 to 20 miles per hour in the Mississippi, up a bit, 5.32. Also 81 in Eau Claire. Breezy for you folks as well. Southerly winds at 17 miles per hour. So a lot of heat over the Central Plains, still 80s locally, but right about here is a cold front, and that's going to usher in a significant change heading into the weekend with rain chances and cooler temperatures. This evening, upper 70s to low 80s, and dew points between about 60 and 66 degrees. degrees, so that puts us in that slightly sticky range, but dew points will come down a bit overnight, so a little bit less humid during the overnight hours. South winds 10 to 20, gusting 20 to 30 miles per hour, so keep that in mind for your outdoor plans this evening. Any significant cloud cover to our north and west along that cold front, and that cold front is going to slowly make its way towards us. Rain chances return region-wide tomorrow night. Now tonight, dry, a little breezy yet. A few clouds as we head into tomorrow afternoon. Slight chance of showers in our northwestern communities, but most of us stay dry until tomorrow night as scattered showers, isolated thunder becomes likely overnight and into Saturday morning. Could see some dry time in the afternoon, but other forecast models do keep that rain chance in play into Saturday night as well. Otherwise, temperatures tomorrow lower to middle 80s near and south and east of La Crosse. Cooler to the north and west, though. Well, you see those clouds and rain chances first. Highs there only in the mid to upper 70s. So for tonight, 66, a lot of bright moonlight. It's full tomorrow night. The harvest moon tomorrow night, by the way. Tomorrow, 83, dry in the morning, slight chance of showers in the afternoon north and west. Most of us stay dry until tomorrow night, and then periodic rain chances both Saturday and Sunday, even into Monday. Not all day washouts, but boy, have that rain gear handy and maybe have a plan B for those outdoor plans. I know moon tunes on Saturday, also stepping out in pink, so keep an eye on that radar. Cooler. Highs in the mid to upper 60s as well, near 70 on Monday, and then more seasonable the rest of the week, upper 70s to around 80 degrees.
All right. Appreciate it, Bill. Thanks.
Okay.
Coming up next in sports, the Brewers back home to play 2 today against San Francisco. Plus, the Viterbo women's volleyball team is back home as well. V-Hawks home opener tomorrow afternoon. Rob previews the team next.
CityCam 8 is brought to you by The Board Store. Are new windows in your future? We're a Pro Via Platinum dealer with certified installers. We'll help you find the best style, color, and glass options for your budget.
Did you know Tim Michaels pledged to cut millions from public schools and give it to private schools instead? His plan would increase property taxes by $500 million. Tim Michaels is too radical and too divisive.
Welcome to Wesco. Welcome to huge selection and savings. Creep up on savings all month long with our Progressive sale. The more you spend, the more you save. $50 off a $500 purchase. $125 off $1,000. $300 off $2,000. $600 off $3,000. The savings never end on bedding, recliners, dining, and more. Wesco and Sparta, where right glove delivery and setup are always free. Tell them Peyton sent you.
Like most people, I bust my butt day in and day out. I earn every dime of my paycheck. It's the Wisconsin way.
But Governor Tony Evers supports paying welfare benefits to people who won't work, even after they turn down job offers.
That's a disgrace.
That's a disgrace.
It's a slap in the face to hardworking people like us.
Tony Evers should know better.
Tony Evers should know better, but he doesn't.
Tony Evers, our failed liberal governor.
Transform your home with new flooring from Menards. Choose from our huge selection of Tarkett waterproof vinyl plank, easy to install sheet vinyl, and durable laminate flooring that stands up to everyday life. Save 11% on Tarkett flooring. Cool off with a beautiful new ceiling fan. Check out our wide selection of Hunter ceiling fans with sizes available for any room. These fans provide comfort and save energy year-round. Hunter ceiling fans are 11% off at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Did you know Tim Michaels pledged to cut millions from public schools?
We're already throwing so much money at education.
He'll drain classrooms and gut school funding. Is that the kind of divisive radical you want as your governor?
News 8 Now Sports is brought to you by Mayo Health System. Here's News 8 Now's Rob Schiff.
The Viterbo women's volleyball team had a phenomenal season last year, a 39-2 record, a 32-game win streak during that span, and a deep run into the postseason. This year's squad is 11 games in so far, all on the road, and the V-Hawks are ready to finally play in front of their home crowd. One final practice, though, on Thursday before Friday's home opener. Viterbo's off to a 7-4 start this season. Not as dominant as last year's start, but this year's team is built differently. The Hawks losing 3 All-Americans from last season, so a lot of players on this squad are expected to step into those spots. And despite losing a lot of talent, the players on this team say the ultimate goal remains the same, and that's going even further in the playoffs and bringing home a national title. But right now, the focus is just on the next game and making sure they're getting better every day.
I think we're coming together. Well, young, we lost a lot of
talent from last year, so new roles have to be filled and those things. And I think we're stepping up into them and finding our, what roles we got to do and those types of things. So it's a process. It's not going to happen overnight, but I think we're coming together really well early in the season.
We're learning. We're young. We have a lot of people in different roles. Like, I've never been the go-to player before, and now I have to learn a different role than what I'm used to. So it's just, we're working on the progress.
Obviously, we still want to win that national championship, but we just need to be where we need to be by the end of October. So like right now, we're just in that progression stage. So we're really just working on getting better each and every single practice to get by the end of October, then we're ready to go.
And the V-Hawks ready for their home opener tomorrow afternoon, 2 p.m. against 18th ranked Taylor. Brewers in action for 2 today, hosting San Francisco Giants. Strike first, though, in Game 1. Mike Yastrzemski finds the gap in right center. Lamont Wade Jr. racing around from first. He's going to score. That makes it 1-0 Giants in the third. But back come the Brewers in the fourth. Christian Yelich at the dish. He rips it left center, and that's going to get down for an extra base hit. Jace Peterson comes in to score. We're all tied at 1. Very next batter, Hunter Renfroe. He's going to golf one in a left field. It's high, it's deep, and that's going to drop. A ground rule double for Renfroe. Brewers take the lead. They go on to win Game 1 by a final of 2-1. Is this the turnaround? Is this the turnaround we've been waiting for?
I'm almost surprised to see a Brewers victory like that.
You were jumping up and down.
I know, because I didn't check, because I'm basically checked out of the Brewers season. But maybe this will bring me back.
This might be it. And they're in action again, Game 2. I'll have those highlights at 10, a little tease.
Oh, all right, lots to look forward to.
Can't wait.
Thanks so much, Rob. And we're back to wrap things up right after this.
Refresh for less this summer with Ashley Furniture Outlet, open Friday through Sunday. Outdoor sectional starting at $890, sofas as low as $550, and up to 80% off clearance items. Only at your Ashley Furniture Outlet in Arcadia, located off Blasco Avenue and State Road 93.
He wants to be a firefighter, a doctor, a teacher, and he wants to be their governor. But Tim Michaels said funding public schools is the definition of insanity.
We're already throwing so much money at education.
He'd drain millions from public schools to help fund private schools in Milwaukee, and even consider ending the Department of Public Instruction. Tim Michaels wants to be governor for 4 long years. But what matters more to you, his future or theirs?
Those cool, crisp nights are on their way. Stay warm and cozy with an easy-to-use gas fire table from La Crosse Fireplace Company. Stop in now for the best selection and get 25% off all in-stock fire tables. This is our biggest fire table sale of the year, and quantities are limited. Enjoy your cool evenings outside and save 25% on fire tables at La Crosse Fireplace Company. La Crosse Fireplace Company, because your place is outside by the fire.
Ashley's Labor Day mattress sale is going on now. Bring home a queen mattress for the price of a twin on select Ashley Sleep, Sealy, and Serta mattresses. The best Labor Day mattress deals are only available at America's #1 furniture and mattress store. Visit your local Ashley store or shop Ashley.com today.
Again, breezy and still pretty warm this evening for those outdoor plans with that hazy sunshine from some of that wildfire smoke out west. Lows tonight in the 60s for most, 66 in La Crosse. One more warm day tomorrow, 83. Periods of rain likely Friday night right through the weekend.
Rainy highlights on it again.
Hopefully it'll hold off till after the games.
I hope so. All right, fingers crossed. Thanks for joining us tonight at 6.